the wood whirler is in. Let's get busy. Well, howdy. Well, what you're about to see is probably the most #1 spectacular blowout you've ever seen. It's pretty dramatic. It's a wonder I didn't get hurt, but you know, I know to stand to the side when I'm turning. Never stand in front of it. That's a good lesson right there. See that hole right here? Right there? Going all the way through? Well, that's part of it. Lights all knocked down and everything. Wait till you see it now. There are 2 bowl blowouts here, 2 in a row. I think maybe the bowl gods are against me or something. But anyway, the first one's not video, but I got some pictures of it here. But the second one's later on the video, and you know, you best be sitting down, my friends. I'll catch you later. Well, good morning. Well, my reputation is shot to hell. You know, my reputation, or my self-imposed reputation, was I always made something out of whatever I started, regardless. You know, if something broke, I figured out how to fix it and, you know, make something out of it. And I always salvaged it, but this last one is beyond me. I was making that great big bowl you saw in the last video on the lathe, and boom. Are you ready? Are you ready? I mean, that thing was turning at 1,000 RPM and one big bang. I mean, it flew off so hard. Now, luckily, I have a habit of standing on the side. It barely clipped my hip, but the rest of it was okay. But those tools right behind it, right there, directly behind it, it knocked them off the wall, knocked my light off the wall. And then if you come around here to the other side of the hanger, which that is a little less than 30 feet, the big piece, see that? See the styrofoam? That's where it hit. And that's from way over there. So anyway, so much for that project. I'll have to start another trend. Best blow-ups, I guess. That might be the best blow-up. That might be a record for that. Now, I don't really know why that happened. I didn't get a catch. I think it's just, I had just tightened the chuck on the tenon, and that could have pulled something, because I like to tighten them good, but that wood appears to be quite brittle. Well, that's not a good example. Here's your piece right here. Quite brittle wood, open grain wood. So it just wouldn't take the stress turning. I was turning at 1,000. That's my primary favorite turning speed. But there you go. I might figure out how to mount it on something. I got an old frame over there. Glue them all down and keep it as a reminder, because that, my friend, could have hurt me. But luckily, like I said, I got a habit of standing on the side. Anyway, here's the next one. Look at that. That is Bradford pear, big old crotch. Sort of looks like somebody standing there in camouflage, doesn't it? Oh well. Anyway, I hadn't figured it all out yet. I do know what I'm going to do is I'll make the biggest bowl possible, and I'm going to leave this crotch open, and I'm going to put blue epoxy in it when I get that far. But I'm trying to decide whether I want to split it down the middle, and I'm sort of thinking I do, because it is, see if I can do this and not lose you guys. I'm wobbling all around. I know how it is. Try to look at the video when it's all over hell and creation. Oops, almost dropped the camera. It's all over hell and creation. Let's see what we got here. We got 17 inches that way, and we got 11 that way. So I could split that at about, say, 5 inches on this side and leave the other 7 over here. Might turn out with a pretty good bowl. I don't know. If I do, I'd take it out there and get the chainsaw out. And I thought about just, you know, making one big one there. But I don't know. Pretty severe pith right there in the center. Luckily, Bradford pear is not bad at all about cracking. Okay, once I figure it out, I'll bring you back. Yes, yes, Tom, I did this by myself. I got it blocked up here. I'm getting ready to take a chainsaw and cut it right across here and across here. And then I'll wheel it around the other side. Then I'm going to take the big chainsaw and cut this off. So I'll end up there and there. I may try to cut that, but no, maybe not too. Because I'd be afraid of hitting metal. But I'll take a chainsaw and cut it off here and here, those two corners off with my little chainsaw. And hopefully that'll let me whirl it around to get the other two corners. And then I'll get the big chainsaw and cut it. Okay, let's see if I can chisel some of this off. All right, I'm going to be using the Beaver, which is down here where I'm out of the way. I might be getting a gunshot, I don't know. Oh, this end's pretty bad. That's 300. Shake it. Well, I've never had that happen before. Pulled all the screws out. Holy crap, Andy. That's unbelievable. And where that crotch is in there must be rotten inside. That's all it could be. Oh. Well, here's what caused the problem. The crotch split right down the middle. Only 2 screws out of the 8 survived. Those are deck screws, I always use them. 1 broke and the others just bent. I already threw them away, I'd show them to you. But I think in the previous video you can see them hanging on the faceplate. But, you know, this looked real good in here, but when you got further down, see there? Look, from about here down is rotten. And the only thing holding it was this, yeah, it'll be a little better, you can see it, was right here. Down to about here, see? From about, oh, it's a here to here, was all that was holding it. So when it started whirling, you know, one side was heavier than the other, and they just gave up the game. It was pretty dramatic. You come over here in the shop. I can see outside now, right there. That's a piece of wood over a window. Luckily, it didn't go through and bust the window. It even knocked all those tools. Of course, it knocked my lights and everything. I'm glad it didn't knock my big log down there. That would have been a mess. That might have got me. But all the lights were knocked down. I've got a filtering system up here. You can sort of see it back there. There you go, back up in there. See it? It knocked it down. Had to put it back up. Even the hooks that held the lights were bent. So that was pretty dramatic. I would definitely rate this as the best one of the year. I guess the word best is maybe not quite right. But it was exciting. At least it is when you look at it now. It wasn't too exciting for me. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. Maybe things will get better. I think I'm going to go sit down and have a cold beer and go in the house, and I'll worry about turning something a little later. Over here, one last look. So what do you think I ought to make out of those two? I guess I could make 2 vases or 4 bowls or something. That's Bradford pear. Sort of pretty wood when it's turned. All right, bye-bye. Call your mama. Bye. The wood burner has left the building.